Folks, I just had a great question about integers and what integers actually are. The thing is, in a way, all counting numbers are actually integers. And when you've got something like, for example, 5 minus 3, we all know the answer is going to be 2. And you've got various ways of proving that you can use, for example, sugar cubes or marbles or counting blocks, or you can use a number line to demonstrate if you had 5 of something, you took away 3, you'd end up with 2. But the truth is, this is exactly the same as saying 5 and negative 3. So there is no difference. And what a lot of people mistake is that a plus is something special or a minus is something special. The minus actually belongs to the 3. So it means we could actually restate it as negative 3 plus 5. Means exactly the same thing. It's just the only reason we write 5 minus 3 is it's more succinct. It involves less elements than either of the other two options. But I've got a 5 and I've got a negative 3. Here I've got a 5 and we're used to saying 5 minus 3, but really it's 5 and a negative 3, or a negative 3 and a 5. It doesn't make any difference. Or we'll think about it the other way round. If I said 3 plus 5, or I said 5 plus 3, everyone would say it's exactly the same. And it is. But then so are these two as well. There's no difference between these two or this one here at all. It's just for some reason we're used to stating it like that. And the only reasons I mentioned is it's more succinct. There are less things. Here there's one thing here. Here there are suddenly two. Here there are two. And in mathematics, we go for economy. We go for the least possible things. We go for the simplest possible way of demonstrating or explaining or expressing an answer. This is why we don't say plus 3 plus 5 or plus 5 plus 3 equals plus 8. We just don't need to. So integers are just counting numbers, which can be either positive or negative. And that's all they are. But it means, of course, you can have two negative numbers in the same way you can have two positive numbers and they get to an answer. You would never write plus 8 though. You don't need to. You just write 8. But what, say, for example, we had negative 3 plus negative 5, which is the same as saying negative 3 minus 5. Makes no difference. But the thing is, if we have a number line, we can actually see how these play out. We have a negative 3. Here's my negative 3. Here's my 0. And now we've got another negative 5. So rather than counting 3 plus 5, here's 3, 1, 2, 3. And another 5, 1, 2, 3. Oops, I need more. 4, 5, which takes me up to 8. Here I can count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the positive direction. That's the positive direction, whereas this here is the negative direction. So I could have negative 3, 1, 2, 3, and I can have another negative 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which gets me to, in this case, negative 8. So all we're saying is integers are just numbers that now have a direction as well. And we're so used to saying 8, we don't think about plus 8. All we're doing when we say plus 8 is we just happen to be going in the positive direction. This is all integers are. And if you treat them like this, I think they become a little bit more clear. Now, if you're watching this, tell me if this makes sense. Tell me if you'd like some more information, and if you have a specific example, put it in an email to me, and I'll be delighted to tease it out with you in an email, in a video, and we'll talk it through.